Welcome back. In the next couple of videos, we're going to learn about Next.js, a really great tool if you want to build server-side rendered apps. And we're going to start off by installing Next.js and having everything set up. And by the end of it, you're going to see why it's such a popular tool. So to get started, let's open up our terminal and whatever text editor you have, and just follow along. We're going to make a directory. We'll call it Next server-side rendering. I'm going to cd into that folder. And from here, we'll run our regular command, which is npm init-y. So to get our package.json file, we're going to open up our text editor. Let's make the windows nice and pretty together. There you go. And in this package.json file, we want to install a few things. We want to install Next, the package, obviously, that's pretty self-explanatory, but also React and React DOM. And we've seen these packages before. We're building a React application that is server-side rendered, so we need these three packages. Let's install these. Now, while this is loading, let's just go over a few things that Next provides for us. With Next, just like Create React App, it includes all the things you need for you in order to build server-side rendered apps. It includes routing so that you can go from page to page. It already has Webpack set up for us. You can use different types of CSS features. There's support for TypeScript as well if you really want to. And there's just a ton of things that help you build server-side applications really, really fast. And you'll see right now how fast we can build this. Let's go back to our folder and we see that we have everything downloaded. The only thing we need to do now is change our command to, let's say, start in our scripts. And we'll just say next. See what happens here. I'm going to run npm start. I'm getting an error and it says couldn't find a pages directory. And this is a default with Next. It expects to see a pages directory here. So let's just create that. I'm going to say new folder, pages. All right. What if we run npm start again? All right, look at that. It's compiled successfully. It kind of reminds us of Create React App. We have everything set up. It's ready and running on localhost 3000. We see that we have the pages folder, but also a .next folder that just appeared. Again, just like Create React App, it does a ton of things underneath the hood, including having a distribution folder with all our bundles already preset for us. Amazing. Now, let's go to localhost and see what happens. I mean, we don't have anything in pages folder, but just let's go test it out. I'm going to say localhost, and 404, this page could not be found, although we do have a really nice error because, well, we don't have any pages yet. So let's build one. I'm going to create a new file, and this is going to be called index.js. Again, the entry point of our app, the first thing that a user is going to see. And let's do something like this, something that we've seen in React before. We're going to create an index component, and this index component is going to have return. Actually, let's do a cleaner version of this. Instead of using curly brackets, we can use actual brackets, so it just evaluates the expression inside of it. And within here, we can just say that div and inside of this div, we'll just have, let's say, a header 1 of SSR magician. All right, let's just save that and see what happens. Nothing's changed here. nothing's changed here. Oop, we have the default export is not a React component. And we see, again, it gives us really nice errors right away and tells us what we're doing wrong. In this case, well, we should have known that we need to export default index. If I save this, compile successfully, and I have SSR Magician here. How crazy is that? We didn't import React or React DOM like we have before. We simply wrote a component and we just exported it. And this is the beauty of Next. It does everything for you. All the repetitive things that you used to do, you don't need to do that anymore. All you need to do is just have components in your pages, and these are going to be your pages. For example, we just created our homepage, our index component that renders everything automatically. We've simply exported a simple React component, index.js, and yeah, we could keep nesting this and create whatever components we want. We can have our own components, our own React components that we create, anything we want, just like we did on the front end. And all we need to do is just make sure that our component is the export default. And Next is smart enough to know that, oh yeah, I'm just going to render this component for you. And as you saw, Next will just track errors and compile automatically and let us know anytime we've made a mistake. There you have it. We've set up Next and everything is loading perfectly. If I open up the network tab here and I refresh, I see all the calls that I'm getting, including the main.js, index.js that I'm requesting. But the cool thing about this is that if I open up view page source, we see that, I know this is small, so let's make it a little bit bigger. We see that as part of the HTML page that we received, we have the H1 SSR Magician. So it's already pre-rendered when we receive this. Now, you see that we also have a few things that comes out of the box with Webpack and the Next setup. But for now, we have a server-side rendered app. So let's do some more in the next video.